Making a difference. It's at the heart of Southern Inspirations. I believe we all have opportunities every day to make a difference. In our homes, our local communities, everywhere we live, work, and play. Let's dive right into today's Making a Difference conversation. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Michelle Hill with Southern Inspirations, and joining me for Making a Difference, Inspired to be an Inspiration, is Dr. Raechelle Anglin-Kay. Welcome.
Thank you, Michelle, for having me. I'm so excited.
You are very welcome. I'm excited to have you back. We already have several people who have joined, and so thank you so much for everyone who has done that. Please comment, just drop us a note or wave or something. Tell us Happy Friday. Tell us that you're here. I'm not sure for those of you watching if you watched an episode several weeks ago when I interviewed Raechelle, and we talked about this very subject. So we are back kind of as an exclamation point, right? We want to continue to talk about this, and I wanted you to have an opportunity to share about your upcoming fundraiser. So would you just remind viewers or tell our new viewers again a little bit about yourself and your organization, and then we'll dive into what all's going on over there in Houston.
Sounds good. Thank you again. So, as you said, I'm Dr. Raechelle Anglin-Kay. I am a native Houstonian, born and raised here, and I, love being active in the community and just kind of giving back. But my biggest passion is awareness about pancreatic cancer. And with that, as Michelle said, I came on before and I talked a little bit about my why. And so my why is that actually October 11th of 2013, I lost my mom to pancreatic cancer. And that, of course, forever changed my life, but in some ways in a very good way. What I did was I basically kind of took that and I decided to start a foundation. And that foundation is called Paint the Town Purple in honor of Jimmie. And what we do is actually help people with cancer and dementia, and we provide housing and resources for them. And so this weekend, on the 11th, which is the day that my mom actually passed away, we are actually doing a walk in her honor, and it's a virtual walk now due to the pandemic. But we are going to be walking in her honor, and this will be our 5th walk.
Wow.
And so we are just super excited, and we're excited for those that have supported. We're excited for having Michelle as a supporter. She's been very supportive, and then to just all the others that have been supportive and just kind of pushing us through as we get through this and continue to make people aware of this awful type of cancer that exists.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know that this goes without saying, and everybody realizes this, but this year your walk looks a whole lot different than other years. I've put up there that it's a virtual walk, and that's what many fundraisers, excuse me, have transitioned to. So how important is it, Raechelle, that people really do, participate and provide, whether it's, I would think any amount is helpful, but how important is it to continue to raise those funds for your organization? What does that mean? What difference does that make?
So it makes a huge difference, not just to me. I'm very forever thankful, but I have 5 residents who basically depend on us keeping our doors open and being able to help them. We have our residents range from a veteran to a gentleman that worked for a church most of his life, to a past drug counselor. We have a different walks of lives, and all of these individuals are what are considered low income now because, just as they've aged and, they've gotten sicker and sicker, it's just the healthcare that they require and the 24-hour care that they require is just kind of out of budget for them.
Right. And you guys provide everything they need: housing, food, clothing, transportation, right?
Yes. Yes. So we provide everything for them. And we also have in-house medical care for them. So we pretty much provide everything. Now there are some of the residents that have family members that are involved, and then we have some that have no family at all. And so, even with families that are involved, I mean, this is a very expensive type of care, and a lot of them can't afford to be in a place that charges $2,000 or $3,000 a month. So they are very dependent on us keeping our doors open, and we're dependent on prayers, donations, awareness, things of that sort. That's what keeps us going. And and I say prayer because I know everybody can't give monetarily, especially right now with everything that's going on with the economy and the pandemic. So things have changed, and we get that, but that prayer keeps us going just as much as those donations, because it takes a lot to be able to be a care provider 24/7. So the awareness, the support, the hashtag posts, the donations, we love them all the same, and we appreciate them.
And to that point, everyone, please know that you can follow them on Facebook. I put the name back up there, Paint the Town Purple in honor of Jimmie. And Raechelle, remind me of the name of the home, because I seem to mess it up every time. So I want to type that up and show people.
So the name of our home is Cookie's Place Care Home. And it's Cookie's Place. My mom's nickname was Cookie. And so
here we go.
We just decided to name it Cookie's Place Care Home. And our foundation, as you said, is Paint the Town Purple in honor of Jimmie. And Jimmie was my mom's government name. So
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of the home, I remember from our last visit that you made a comment that, these residents, there's a very strong chance that otherwise these residents would be homeless.
Yes.
And so you truly are a lifesaver, a life giver in so many ways by having this home. And it's just costly. I mean, to keep the lights on and to keep food in their bellies and to keep medicines and really just everyday life things. So thank you for walking through all of that. I didn't want to fall short in putting the name of the home up there. So we mentioned that folks can find you on Facebook. Is that where the actual event on the 11th will take place?
Yes. So we will actually be live on Facebook when we're walking. And so we're asking others to, view with us, walk with us virtually. For those who may want to walk in other capacities, we're asking that they post on their Facebook or Instagram pages, hashtag Purple for Jimmie or hashtag Paint the Town Purple in honor of Jimmie, to bring awareness to others as to what their cause is and their why for that day.
Let me see. Purple for Jimmie, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to put the other one up there. Paint the Town Purple for Jimmie, of course. Paint the town.
Yes.
Get it in. Purple for Jimmie. In the moment, it's like, okay, fingers, I need you to work. So use one of those hashtags.
Yes.
Let's talk briefly about pancreatic cancer and just the importance of us all being aware of it. And if there's anything we can do to help prevent it, if there's signs we need to look for, what do we need to know?
So first of all, I want to just let everybody know that pancreatic cancer is one of the most lethal forms of cancer that there is. Most folks, once diagnosed, will live a few months, because when they are diagnosed, they're typically in the stage 4 at that point. It is very difficult to diagnose. A lot of patients will say that they've just had stomach aches, or they'll have just some discomfort, or may think they have indigestion, things of that sort. So what I want to say to everyone is, first of all, be very aware of your body. and know when things are changing. And sometimes things that may be small that are reoccurring need to be checked out. My grandfather also died of pancreatic cancer. And when he was diagnosed with the flu. And probably 3 months after that, he was on hospice care, and it was actually pancreatic cancer. So it is one that is very difficult to diagnose. Um, it is one that, like I said, once they are diagnosed, it's usually stage 4. So we want to be aware. A lot of times patients will have back pain, like I said, indigestion. Um, you know, they'll start losing weight, having loss of appetite. Those are some things that are common that you might want to get checked out if you're experiencing. But again, like I said, know your body and know when there's changes, and get in there and get checked out.
Thank you so much for just kind of walking through that with us. I want to take a second to specifically say hi to 2 ladies who have joined. Loretta and Addie are both friends of mine from Mississippi, and they're watching right now. So Loretta and Addie, thank you both so much for putting smiley faces and waves in the comments and for watching. And for anyone that's watching, if you have any specific questions, please drop those in the comments as well. And even if we don't get to those during the broadcast, we'll be sure to follow up afterwards. So do let us know if you have any questions. Anything else just during our time together today that you want to share?
So I want to, first of all, I want to acknowledge women and men that are have been struggling with not only pancreatic cancer but breast cancer. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so I don't want to take away the importance of that, and the struggles that are associated with that. But I do, we decided to do this month because this month was, particularly special to us because of, my mom passing during this month. And actually Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month is in November. But I just, want to just tell people it's so important to just, try to eat right, try to be as healthy as possible, and just try to be preventative. The key to cancer prevention is being as preventative as possible, going to the doctor, getting regular checkups, eating right, exercising. And I think when we do that, we know when things are off. A lot of times when we don't eat as well as we should, we don't get a lot of exercise, we have aches and pains, we kind of let those go away as, oh, I'm just tired, just don't get up like I need to. But when we are more in tune with our bodies and holistically well with ourselves, then when there are changes and there are things, we catch them earlier. And I think early prevention is so key to not just pancreatic cancer, but any type of cancer. And so, my prayer for everybody is that, so someday there is a cure for cancer, and that it goes away, because all cancers suck, and we want them to all be just one day we just have a generation that doesn't even know that it existed. And so, right. The key is just being preventative, eating right, exercising, trying to live as healthy a lifestyle as possible.
Wonderful advice for sure. And thank you so much for bringing that up. Gosh, another great episode. It's always a good conversation with you. So again, for everyone watching, thank you so much. Please be sure and go over right now if you're watching on Facebook, because you can view this on Facebook or YouTube. So if you're on Facebook right now, go type in Paint the Town Purple in honor of Jimmie and go like that page.
Please.
On the 11th, and walk, ride your bike, do whatever, and use one of those 2 hashtags, Purple for Jimmie or Paint the Town Purple for Jimmie, to show Raechelle and her team and her family some love as she works to spread awareness, because she's in Houston, I'm in Little Rock. but cancer knows no boundaries. Cancer knows no geographic boundaries or otherwise. And so I just encourage you to do all that. All right, everyone. As always, thank you so much for being a Southern Inspirations supporter and for tuning in to Making a Difference. If you are a nonprofit leader or know someone who is, or you just started a nonprofit, but like Raechelle did after, a family tragedy, and cancer is a tragedy. I always want to know about those stories, and I'm always looking for those stories to share to continue to bring awareness, because there's so much that we need to get out there to let folks know about. So just ask for that. Everyone have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye, y'all.